This next interview is someone I call the quiet magician. Miss Shannon from Chainlink Fitness has done some magic with people in terms of helping them get fit, change their lifestyle, and actually becoming the best part of themselves that they wanted to see. So check out this interview with Miss Shannon from Chainlink Fitness.
Miss Shannon from Chainlink Fitness, welcome to the Virtual Fitness Summit. I'd like to thank you for being here. Initially, what got you started with in the fitness industry?
Well, way back in December of 2013, I had made a decision about how long to live, and I used my aunt. She's in her 90s. She was still out going to parties and being social, and that's kind of the life that I want to have at 90. So I kind of used her as my motivation, and just started making changes in my life.
Because you went from a transition of focusing on you to focusing on everyone else or other people.
I guess I've always exercised. I remember being a little girl and going with my mom to the health spa, and I watched her exercise at home doing Jane Fonda. She's gonna hate me for saying that. So I kind of had exercise as a part of what I did on a semi-regular basis through college, and then after college and over time, I just thought that was okay, that I was just doing some exercise. So I got a personal trainer, and that's when the first session I realized that I haven't been doing anything all these years, because that was a really intense kind of session for me, and it was a wake up. It was like I'm just going through the motions of things, but I'm really not making an impact. And so once I kind of self-discovered that I could do more and do a little more, and then I kept with it, because it took a lot of mental push to keep me going, but it helped me to discover that I could make these changes. And that's when I started to see the transformation in myself, and then that led into choosing different things to eat and really making a transformation in my body.
All right. So it's I always think about, like, when I tell people, when I feel like I'm doing right, I'll go working out and doing a heavy workout, and really not necessarily failing, but feeling that hurt of not being in the best shape ever. You make different decisions when it comes to what you eat. So
right.
And then on top of that, you don't have the same cravings for that type of stuff. So you're not going after donuts, and your body needs a different type of fuel.
Yeah.
And so I guess that your time with that trainer, how did that propel you into becoming a trainer yourself? Because you have a different life. You have 4 children, and so you have a lot of balance. And then to switch into, okay, I was trained, that helped me, and now I'm going to train people, but I still have 4 little ones. How did that all come together?
As a mom, we take on a lot of different roles. By day, I'm an audiologist at the School for the Deaf, and I've been there for 20 years. So fitting in fitness was a challenge for me, and I had never been a morning person, so I had to teach myself how to get up early, because what I discovered was that going to work out after work was not successful for me, because either kids' activities or being tired from work always trumped a workout. And then I felt like I wasn't giving myself a fair shot. So the best time for me to work out was going to be in the morning, but I was not a morning person. So I had to go to bed with my workout clothes on. So it would make it easier to get out of bed and go to the gym. And it was just a strategy. So as I noticed the transformation in my own body and had my own successes, I just wanted to be available and a resource for other people. So I have a lot of people in my life that are moms, learning how to balance, taking care of other people, but primarily taking care of yourself first. That became a key factor for me. And so I wanted to be a resource for primarily women, and primarily women of color, because I see a lot of, I don't see a lot of taking their health and fitness as a priority. And I wanted to make a difference for that.
I've had the privilege of working with a few of your clients, and over time, and I've seen them shrink significantly in size. I think the person speaking of in particular. So what is your thoughts on terms of to help that individual and some of those people just kind of make that transition? How do you get them in that mindset to make those, accomplish those goals?
I just kind of look at the big picture of everything, and I guess my leading question to anybody I'm working with is, how do you want to experience yourself in your life, and who do you want to be, and how do you want to show up? We have a vision for what we're going for, and then we just take steps back and just start one step at a time. Things we can do to make that transformation over time, because it's not an immediate gratification. It is a decision, and it's people to transition into this lifestyle, at their pace, with some encouragement, because sometimes if we let people go at their own pace, it might not go as quickly. So having makes a difference to help move us along on a steady pace.
Okay. So is that part of like the whole Chainlink Fitness, the name, is that part of it, just bringing in the different components? I mean, I don't want to define it for you, but is there something special behind the name? I know you have a partner there with you, and
some core principles behind it, but the tagline is, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Looking at different core areas for training, like agility and flexibility and endurance and power, speed, those kind of things. And also training in private. We have a small private gym where we're training in small group fitness, so people feel comfortable in a smaller space, more one-on-one attention or small group attention. So you train in private to look good in public. So that's kind of the philosophy behind the name.
Okay, nice. I never knew that. Is there like any, when it comes to your training, is there like anything that's your favorite thing to do, or any piece of equipment that you really love, or anything like that?
I particularly like just what the body can do without weight, minimal weights, because there's a lot we can do with our own body weight in making some physical transformation. And really not even physically, but mentally. It's physical, it's mental, it's emotional, because it's what we're taking in, what we're thinking, how we're feeling. That's going to give us the results. So we got to be mindful of how we're taking things into our life. But there are all different kind of things you can do, but just the basic kind of stuff is what I like. So people don't think that, I have to do all these certain things. I can't remember all these different exercises. It's real simple. Things you can do with the body, like push-ups and squats and sit-ups, can do amazing things. And with some dumbbells or kettlebells, just to add some weight for strength training, does a lot. That's my favorite.
All right, nice. Now this is a little bit off track, but being that you are you're female, you're trained. I know a big issue sometimes with females is their clothing. I think you were sharing that with me about their pants that fall down all the time. You have a solution for that. What would you mind sharing a little bit with us about what your solution is for that?
My solution for not having to pull your pants up while you're working out is Zaya Active. It's a new activewear line that I consultant for. I tried their leggings. They have leggings that stay in place for running, for burpees, for good quality. There are different leggings within the company, but there's a particular brand called the Light and Tight that are kind of squat proof. I used to come to the gym looking kind of frumpy, just kind of old t-shirt, old sweats. And, I think that was based on how I was feeling about myself and trying to cover up what I was, trying to hide behind these clothes. But then as I started to transform my shape, then, I started thinking about how I was showing up, even at the gym to work out. Most people don't want to work out in good clothes, but I found that for myself, when I changed how I looked in the gym, it changed my workouts, how I felt about my workouts. I was more excited to do my workouts, looking cuter. And so it all goes hand in hand.
All right. So
good clothes, cute clothes, good workout.
Right. I got you. So if somebody wanted to get with you in terms of working with you, what would they need to do? If they want to learn more about you, where should they go? How should they get in touch with you?
The easiest way is just to call or text me on my cell phone number. Message me on Facebook. It's primarily Facebook right now, or really just texting, and really just having a conversation. That's what I prefer, because you can only get so much in texting and messages. I'd rather talk to somebody and kind of talk about where they're at and where they want to go, and just some ideas on how they can get there, because there's no one way to do things. Everybody's, and just kind of seeing where they're at and talking them through their goals and finding out just like when do you want to start.
All right. Well, good deal. Well, Miss Shannon, I appreciate you joining us. Look forward to doing something with you in the future.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is great.